And now he accelerates down the back straight, picking up the tempo. He needs to drive it all the way to the
team sprint to bike check, team pursuit to bike check.
Have they got any more left in the legs? It's one lap of racing to go. This is so close. Driving his way down the back straight. Hits the line. It is the world title. Oh, he's going to celebrate this all night.
Welcome to our final session, session 15 of the UCI 2018 Masters Track Cycling World Championships, coming to you from Los Angeles, California. Swisstralia to the home straight for the first heat, the bronze medal heat in the men's 45 to 54. We have a full program of racing for you this afternoon. We're going to start things off with the men's 45 to 54 team pursuit. That'll be followed by the men's 40 to 44 points final. We will then move on to women's match sprint finals for 35 to 44, 45 to 54, and 55 plus. In the middle of our program today, a non-championship event, the Chris Reed Memorial Madison. Before we finish things up with rides 2 and, if necessary, ride 3 in those match sprint finals. The athletes are getting ready, and we've got the teams coming on track now for our bronze medal heat in the men's 45 to 54 team pursuit final. These are the third and fourth fastest team from qualifying this morning. Starting on the home straight, Swisstralia, Gary Mandy, Matthew Glanville, Stuart Grieve, and Martin Rupp. On the back straight, Center Cycles, John Balmer, Kenny Williams, Stephen Blyfuss, and David Chipchase. Less than half a second separating these two teams in qualifying this morning. Both teams off and underway. This is a 4-kilometer, 16-lap pursuit. Fastest team wins the bronze medal. One team catches the other team, that ends it right there. Swisstralia with the faster opening lap, 22.6. Swisstralia was out fastest this morning of these two groups, but then Center Cycles came on strong in the second half. Coming up on the 1K split. So Australia leads 1:10.8 to Center Cycles 1:14.0. Both teams out faster than they were this morning. Coming up on the halfway point. So Australia at the halfway point leads 2:17.094. Center Cycles 2:23. No exchange for Center Cycles, no exchange for Center Cycles. And that's the catch. So Australia wins the bronze. Center Cycles 4th place. Coming on track now, the heat for gold in the men's 45 to 54 team pursuit. Starting from the home straight, area 303, Kevin Nicole, Colby Pierce, Andrew Lull, and Pat Warner. Starting on the back straight, USA 1, David Clipper, Carl Baumgart, Timothy Mulrooney, and Heath Dotson. The gold medal heat for the men 45 to 54 team pursuit is off and underway. Men 40 to 44 in the points race should be proceeding to bike check, should be through bike check actually. Oh, sorry, no bike check for points race. Area 303 out faster than USA 1 in the early going. Coming up on the 1K split. Area 303, a 1:11.7, much faster than they were this morning. They were the last heat to go off, knew exactly how fast they had to do to qualify for the gold medal heat. Coming up on the halfway point, 8 laps in, 8 laps to go. Area 303 with a 2:15.69. USA 1, 2:19.67. Team USA 1 faster than they were this morning. Coming up on the 3K split, no exchange for USA 1. No exchange, no exchange. And there's the catch. Area 303, your world champions, Kevin Nicole, Colby Pierce, Pat Warner, and Andrew Lull. Silver medal for USA 1, Clipper, Baumgart, Mulrooney, and Dotson. And we can bring in the sponges as our next event is the points race. We won't need them for the sprints coming up either. So this will be a So this is the final for the men's 40 to 44 points race. And they're rolling out for their neutral lap. If they're handsomely bunched and they come around, the starter will fire the pistol. That'll signify the start of racing. There will be 8 sprints, 1 every 10 laps. 5, 3, 2, and 1 for the intermediate sprints, 10, 6, 4, and 2 for the final sprint. And this is a 20-kilometer race, which means 20 points for taking a lap and 20 points for losing a lap. I'll be giving you the points on the intermediate sprints and the point totals as we go along. At the head of affairs right now, it's rider number 503, Justin Mackay of Great Britain. In the orange, Meidhoff at the front doing a short pull. Riders in the wind do 30% more work than riders in the draft. 78 laps to go, 2 kilometers to go until the first sprint. And with 77 to go, the rider at the front is 488. Jeremy Cattell, the reigning world champion. They're currently at 25.5 miles an hour. "76 laps to go. .482 on the attack. That is Ronaldo Ahumada. $20 points for taking a lap. It's almost got a half lap. 74 to go. 487 coming to the front. That's Stephen Scott Cheney of the U.S. 73 laps to go. Up there at the front is 486 as well. That's Jonathan Kavner, who found himself on the podium the other day. 2 laps, 500 meters to go for points. Ahumada off the front. Kavner and 510 Shimada chasing. There's the bell. Ahumada with barely an eighth of a lap. Kavner at the front. Ahumada will survive for the 5. Kavner gets the 3, and looks like 5:16 got in there for the 2. So we'll see what the point totals are here momentarily with 69 laps to go. Rider 501, John Martin, was relegated in the last sprint for passing underneath. So in the first sprint, first place, 482 Ahumada, 5 points. 486 Kavner, 3 points. 516 Vergara, 2 points. 481 Abraham, 1 point. All other riders are currently tied for 5th place. Those are your top 4 with 1 of 8 sprints completed. Rider 493 off the front. That was David Igowitz of the United States. "64 laps to go, 1 kilometer to go for points." 5:15, Rolando Trillo of Mexico was at the front there momentarily. 63 laps to go as 488 comes to the front. 488 is the reigning world champion in this event, Jeremy Cattell. He's off with 2 other riders. And the field coming up fast behind those 3 breakaway riders, including Trillo. "60 laps to go, and it looks like 481 got his nose across first. Emil Abraham of Trinidad and Tobago, last year's bronze medalist, riding very strong here today in the men's 40 to 44 points race final. 59 laps to go, and 2 riders hit him while they were hurting. 91 and 07. That's Jonathan Harris, last year's silver medalist, and 507 Dario Pagliarici of Argentina. They've been reabsorbed. On the second sprint, it was 481 Abraham, 5 points. 488 Cattell, 3 points. 515 Trillo, 2 points. 507 Pagliarici, 1 point. Your new point totals with 2 of 8 sprints completed. First place, 481 Abraham, 6 points. Second place, 482 Ahumada, 5 points. Third place, a tie between 486 Kavner and 488 Cattell, each with 3 points. Fifth place, a tie between 515 Trillo and 516 Vergara, 2 points apiece. 7th place, 5:07 Pagliarici, 1 point. 55 laps to go. And a reminder, there is no parking behind the velodrome on the south end. That is a fire lane, no blocking, no parking off the south end of the velodrome. Your car will be towed. You may park on the east side of the velodrome in the lot. 52 laps to go, 500 meters to go for points. Two Argentinians and Harris come into the bell lap. And Harris may have gotten over the top. We'll find out momentarily. Speed is the best revenge. With 50 to go. And a counterattack by 498. That was Herman Lopez of Argentina, winner of the scratch race the other night. So in the third sprint, Harris got the 5, 491, 507. Pagliarici got 3, 488. Cattell got 2, and 498. Herman Lopez got 1. 3 of 8 sprints completed. The point totals are: first place, 481 Abraham, 6 points. Second place, 482 Ahumada, 5 points, tied with 488 Cattell and 491 Harris. So a 3-way tie for second place right now: 482 Ahumada, 488 Cattell, 491 Harris. 5th place is 507 Pagliarici with 4. 6th place is 486 Kavner with 3. And 7th place is 515 Trio with 2. 46 laps to go now, 45. Got a rider off the front. That is 482. Ronaldo Ahumada. Then there's a bridging group behind them. In that bridging group, Anderson, Meidhoff, and Lopez. Lopez of Argentina, Meidhoff of the U.S., and Anderson also of the U.S. 2 more riders coming up. 42 laps to go. 42 laps to go in the race. 500 meters to go for points. At the halfway point, which will be 40 laps in, 40 laps to go, 1 lap from now. Ahumada trying to hold off the hard-charging group being led by Anderson as they come down the back straight. Ahumada, Meinhof, Anderson, and Lopez picking up points. Field split in half with 39 laps to go. In that last sprint, 482 Ahumada, 5 points. 504 Meidhoff, 3 points. 483 Anderson, 2 points. 499 Lopez, 1 point. And that is Leandro Emilio Lopez with the 1 point in that last sprint. So your point totals with 4 of 8 sprints completed. First place, 482 Ahumada, 10 points. Second place, 481 Abraham, 6 points. Third place, a two-way tie between 488 Cattell and 491 Harris, each with 5 points. Fifth place, 507 Pagliarici with 4 points. Sixth place, a tie between 486 Kavner and 504 Meidhoff, 3 points apiece. 36 laps to go, 9 kilometers remaining in the race, the metric mile to the next sprint. And another attack goes off. That's Cattell and Lopez, Herman Lopez. Very potent group, those two, as they come around to see 34 to go. Harris and 482 Ahumada have joined. And the Mexican rider 515 and Mexican rider trio and 07 Pagliarici now at the front. That's a group of 6. Field behind, 32 laps to go, 8 kilometers remaining in the race, 500 meters to go for points. So we have a group of 6 off the front. Cattell, Lopez, Harris, Ahumada trio, and Pagliarici. There's the bell for that lead group. All the points to come from them. Cattell comes to the front, trio behind him. Cattell and trio coming down the line. It's going to be trio over Cattell, Harris, and 482 Ahumada in that sprint. Herman Lopez at the front of that front group, 29 laps to go. So in the 5th sprint, first place was 515 Trio, picked up 5 points. 488 Cattell picked up 3. 491 Harris picked up 2. 482 Ahumada picked up 1. New point totals with 5 sprints completed, 3 to go. First place, 482 Ahumada, 11 points. Second place, 488 Cattell, 8 points. Third place, a tie, 491 Harris and 515 Trio, each with 7 points. Fifth place, 481 Abraham, 6 points. Sixth place, 507 Pagliarici with 4. Seventh place, 486 Kavner with 3. 26 laps to go. And Herman Lopez is off the front of the group of 5. Then the field is chasing behind them, 25 laps to go. "24 laps to go, 6 kilometers remaining in the race, and 4 laps and 1K to go for before the anti-penultimate sprint." Spirit coming out of the chasing group as Herman Lopez continues to ride in front of them, rider number 498. Coming up on 22 laps to go. 22 laps to go. This is how Herman Lopez won the scratch race yesterday, the hard way, solo time trial off the front the other day. Cattell gives it a kick coming into the bell lap. Cattell hits the 200-meter line first. He's got Trio and Harris. Harris comes around. It's going to be Harris, Trio. Cattell got one, and Ahumada picked up the two. I'll get you those point scores momentarily. That was the sprint at that was the sixth sprint, the sprint at 20 to go. Three more riders coming up to join what is now the field. The sprint at 20 to go, 491 Harris, 5 points. 515 Trio, 3 points. 482 Ahumada, 2 points. 488 Cattell, 1 point. $18 laps remaining in the race. $17 laps to go. So your point totals with 6 of 8 sprints completed. First place, 482, Ahumada. Second place, 491, Harris, 12. Ahumada with 13. Third place, 515, Trio with 10. Fourth place, 488, Cattell with 9. Fifth place, 481, Abraham with 6. Sixth place, 507, Pagliarici with 4. Seventh place, 486, Kavner with 3. 15 laps to go. Meinhof at the front with 13 laps to go. $750 meters to go until the penultimate sprint. And that's 499 Leandro Emilio Lopez with the green socks. Kavner comes to the front. So it's Kavner, Cattell, Harris, and Ahumada. Cattell gives it a kick. And it's going to be Harris, Cattell, Ahumada, and 501 John Martin of the USA. Nine laps to go, 9 laps to go. So 491 Harris picked up 5 points, 488 Cattell picked up 3, 482 Ahumada picked up 2, 501 John Martin picked up 1. 8 laps, 2 kilometers to go. So your leader with 7 of 8 sprints completed, Harris, with 17 points. Second place, Ahumada with 15 points. Third place, Cattell with 12 points. Fourth place, Trio with 10 points. Fifth place, 507 Pagliarici with 4 points. Points are double in the final sprint, 10, 6, 4, and 2. Herman Lopez coming up towards the front now with 6 laps to go. Rider off the front is 483, Jeffrey Anderson of the USA. Five laps to go, 5 laps to go. Meidhoff stretches the legs. Everyone looking to see who's going to chase. Coming into 4 laps, 1 kilometer to go, Jason Meidhoff. Meidhoff leading with 3 laps, 750 meters to go. Kavner at the front, 486 in the light blue. Argentine Wave coming through with 2 to go. Rider down on the home straight, rider down on the home straight. That's Trio currently in 4th place. Here comes the bell. Medic to the home straight. Herman Lopez at the front with Cattell. Harris up there as well. Harris showing a lot of speed coming to the front. Harris is going to pick up the 10, Cattell the 6. Yeah, the Madison's after the first ride for winning sprint. How much time is that take? 20 minutes? And it was Jonathan Harris picking up the 10 points, Cattell the 6, Vergara the 4, Ahumada the 2. Get you the official results here momentarily as they work some things out. We will be going to awards for team pursuit and the points race immediately following this race. So there's the results. Jonathan Harris, your world champion, rider 491 of Great Britain. Jeremy Cattell, the silver medalist. And third place with the bronze, Ronaldo Ahumada of Argentina. So, team pursuit to the awards area, Gary Mandy, Matthew Glanville, Stuart Grieve, Martin Rupp, David Clipper, Carl Baumgart, Timothy Mulrooney, Heath Dotson, Kevin Nicole, Colby Pierce, Andrew Lull, and Pat Warner. Also, points race, Rolando Ahumada, Jeremy Cattell, and Jonathan Harris. Please proceed to the awards area. Your awards are coming up right away. Men's 45 to 54 team pursuit to the awards area. Men 45 to 54 team pursuit to the awards area.
Maybe stay here for a little bit, I come back and then you live.
Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony of the UCI Masters Track Cycling World Championships in Los Angeles. The award ceremony of the men's 45 to 54 team pursuit. In third place, the international team of Gary Mandy, Matthew Glanville, Stuart Grieve, Martin Rupp, and Alessandro Picco. In second place, David Clipper, Carl Baumgart, Timothy Mulrooney, and Heath Dotson of the United States of America. In first place, Kevin Nicole, Colby Pierce, Andrew Lull, Pat Warner of the United States of America. And Ben Sharp of the United States. Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of the United States of America. Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony of the UCI Masters Track Cycling World Championships in Los Angeles, the award ceremony of the men's 40 to 44 points race. In third place, Rolando Ahumada of Argentina. In second place, Jeremy Cattell of the United States of America. In first place, the winner of the men's 40 to 44 points race, Jonathan Harris of Great Britain. Medals presented by Travis Smith of the VELO Sports Center. Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of Great Britain. Our next event will be ride number 1 in the final round of the women's 35 to 44 sprint. This started yesterday morning with qualifying and the 1/8 finals, and finishes this evening in the final rides for bronze, silver, and gold. In the first heat, in the final for bronze, we will see rider 775 Lindsay Hamilton and rider 782 Jennifer Wagner. This will be a best of 3 series. Following the heat for the bronze medal to determine 3rd and 4th, will be the heat to determine gold and silver. Once again, it'll be the first of a potentially best of 3 series. Less than 7/100ths of a second separate these two riders in qualifying. They're flying 200s yesterday morning. Lindsay Hamilton on the line right now is last year's 4th place finisher, looking to improve upon that. On the outside, her opponent, rider 782 in the white, Jennifer Wagner, also of the United States. Hamilton in purple in front. Wagner in white, red, and gray behind. This is a 3-lap race. Wagner comes to the front. Two laps to go. Coming into the bell, it's Wagner in front. Hamilton behind. Wagner hits the 200-meter line first. Wagner in front, Hamilton behind. Hamilton with the longer way to come around as they come onto the home straight. It's going to come right down to the line, and it's going to be Wagner coming across first. Inside rider. In ride number 1 of the heat for gold in the final round of the women's 35 to 44, it'll be Caroline van Herikhuizen of the Netherlands starting from the inside position. Rider 777 Rachel McKinnon of Canada will be starting from the outside position. Less than 1/10 of a second difference between these two in their flying 200s yesterday morning. Van Herikhuizen in the red, McKinnon with the multicolored sleeves. McKinnon white helmet, Van Herikhuizen black helmet. Van Herikhuizen in front, McKinnon behind. 2 laps to go. Two stories of Siberian pine banking beneath them as they come through the turns. McKinnon comes to the front. She hits the 200-meter line first. McKinnon in front, Van Herikhuizen behind. Coming down to the line, it's going to be McKinnon taking the first ride. They will get their rematch after the Madison. Now we're coming up on the heat for bronze in the final round of the women's 45 to 54 sprint. In ride 1 of the bronze medal heat, Cami Cornely of the U.S. has drawn the inside position. Her opponent on the outside will be Adriana de Valle Perino of Argentina. Cornely in black and blue with the all-black helmet. Perino in the blue and white of Argentina with a red and black helmet. A little more than 1/10 of a second difference in qualifying between these two riders. Advantage Perino. Perino in the front, Cornely behind. Perino hits the 200-meter line first. Cornely behind. Coming down to the line, it's going to be Perino crossing it first. Perino takes the first ride. Cornely will get a second chance after the Madison. Coming up next, ride number 1 in the heat for gold in the final round of the women's 45 to 54 sprint. Starting from the inside position will be rider number 724, Kira Maximovic of the United States. Her opponent on the outside will be 718, Catherine Hooton of Australia. Hooton in the white, Maximovic in the blue. Maximovic, the reigning world champion for the 45 to 49, and our fastest qualifier. Maximovic in front, Hooton on the outside. Maximovic on the inside, Hooton on the outside. Hooton already dispatched a faster qualifier earlier in the tournament. Now side by side with Maximovic. Maximovic hits the 200-meter line first. And Maximovic takes the first ride. And once again, there'll be a rematch during the Madison, after the Madison. Coming up to the line right now, on the inside, rider 646, Lise Benjamin of Australia. On the outside, Deborah Coles, also of Australia. This is the heat for bronze in the women's 55 plus. Benjamin in the light blue, Coles in the white, yellow, and green of Australia. Coles, the reigning bronze medalist in this event, took bronze last year. Benjamin, the faster qualifier. Benjamin in front, Coles behind. Benjamin hits the 200-meter line first. coming down the line, and Benjamin holds her off, takes the first ride. They will get a rematch after the Madison. Coming up next, ride number 1 in the heat for gold in the women's 55 plus. Starting from the inside in the dark blue will be rider 667, Mary Beth Pierantoni of the United States. Her opponent on the outside in white, the reigning world champion in this event, rider number 670, Anna Witten, who is also the fastest qualifier. Pierantoni in front, Witten behind. Pierantoni in front, Witten behind. Coming up on the 200-meter line, Pierantoni hits the 200-meter line first. Witten with the longer way to come around. Pierantoni on the inside coming down the line, and Pierantoni holds off the fastest qualifier, takes the first ride. And we are now coming to a non-championship event, the Chris Reed Memorial Madison. The Madison, also known as the American. Is a team race. Named after Madison Square Garden in New York. It is essentially a points race with 2-member teams, 1 member of the team in the race. At any time. So if we could, please have all racers come to the home straight balustrade for instructions. Both members of the team, please come to the home straight balustrade to get things started. We will release one teammate later. We have 11 teams. Correction, 10 teams. Okay, so we'll get some matching jerseys here. Everybody thank Johnny Walsh. Teams wear matching jerseys so that riders know when the exchange is coming in. It is unsafe to pass under an exchange because the rider on the inside the inside out.
if she loses the next one, she's won.
Relief riders to the back straight balustrade. Relief riders to the back straight balustrade. Relief riders to the back straight balustrade. Thank you. Racing riders rolling out, and as you heard the starter's instructions, sprints every 20 laps, 5, 3, 2, and 1 points for intermediate sprints, 10, 6, 4, and 2 on the final sprint, 20 points for taking a lap. If they're handsomely bunched, starter will fire the pistol, and that begins the race. 100 laps, ladies and gentlemen. And in the unlikely occurrence of a mishap, the rider in the race must remain in the race. So there we go, we got the hand slings going. "98 laps to go. The sprints will occur at 70, 50, 30, 100. Sorry. 80, 60, 40, 20, and 0 laps to go. There will be 5 sprints. Because it is a team race, the speeds tend to get very high and stay high, because riders on relief will come out and recover, but the riders in the race are always going full speed. "95 laps to go, 15 until the first sprint. And we've got our first attack from Canada. They're already at 29 miles an hour. In the lime green helmet, that's rider 77 black of the Knackle Heads. That is Enrico Trainee. Threw in William Trischuk, 77 red, 93 laps to go. And they are a-flying, ladies and gentlemen. The Knackle Heads leading the field at 33 miles an hour, and now we've got an attack from Team 87, NGCA Primal. Emil Abraham and Brett Walker. They've got it up to 35 miles an hour. Just reach out at 35 miles an hour and grab a bicyclist. So with 90 laps to go, 10 laps to go for points, 87 off the front. '87 off the front, being chased by 77 and 85. Notice how teams pass over the exchanges, 88 laps to go. Field going 30 miles an hour. Looks like Jeremy Cattell at the front. 87 to go. 87 laps as Team 87 is still off the front. Here comes the field. And you can see a paired exchange here. 86 laps to go. Passing over the exchange and back towards the front. And 87 has been reabsorbed. 85 laps to go. 83 black at the front. That's Ben Sharp. So 7 teams at the front of the field, 2 off the back. 2 or 3 off the back. 84 laps to go. 1 kilometer to go for points. 1 kilometer to go for points. Three to go for points. 3 to go for points as 83 red. Pat Warner is up there at the front with Jeremy Cattell. 2 laps, 500 meters to go for points. 2 laps, 500 meters to go for points as Cattell hits the line at 32 miles an hour. Here comes the field down the back straight. Coming through the turn, into the Bell lap. Bell and 1 to go with Cattell at the front at 33 miles an hour. And here comes the charge for the sprint. And it's going to be 7-3-9-6. 7-3-9-6, so NGCA Primal. Stages, I Campioni and Houston Strong picking up points, I believe. We'll find out momentarily. 79 laps to go. That was the first of 5 sprints. Speeds unrelenting, only 4 teams really together. It was 78 laps to go. Pat Warner driving the pace. Sorry, Ben Sharp driving the pace, 83 black. 32 miles an hour. Now they really kick it. Flying up with 76 to go. Warner brings them through 33 miles an hour. .31 miles an hour. 6 teams together. .74 laps to go. .73 laps to go. And we've had an attack with 72 to go. Team 78, Ironfly, Jason Meidhoff, 34 miles an hour off the front. .71 laps to go. 36 miles an hour. Kevin Phillips in, he's off the front. 70 to go, 10 laps to go for points. That has shattered the field. Phillips still time trialing off the front. Here comes Meinhof. 4 teams are in the field on the back straight. Meinhof at 34 miles an hour. Here comes your field through the start finish. Meinhof still at 33 miles an hour. Coming up through traffic in the back. Meinhof trying to get the lap. And Kevin Phillips lights the afterburners. Not quite a half lap yet for Team 78 Ironfly. Almost a half lap for Ironfly as they are off the front at 34 miles per hour. .62 laps to go, 500 meters to go for the second sprint. Team Stages chasing. And in the blue on the home straight, the rider off the front, Jason Meidhof of Ironfly. Here comes the second place team on the track. Rider number 83 coming through the north end of the velodrome. Meidhof throws in Phillips for the sprint. Eight, 3, 7, 9, 5. Phillips still off the front. Rider number 78, Black, on the back straight, checking over his shoulder as Stage's red Pat Warner comes to the front. So Warner now at the front in the white, black, and blue of Stage's. "57 laps to go." So in the second sprint, Team 78, Ironfly, 5 points. Team 83, Stages, 3 points. Team 84, Liquid Kenmore, 2 points. And Team 87, NGCA Primal, 1 point. Here comes the field, 55 laps to go. The 3 leaders going down the back straight now. I'm sorry, correction on the second sprint. First place 78 Ironfly, 5 points. Second place 83 Stages, 3 points. Third place 87 NGCA Primal, 2 points. Fourth place, 89 I Campioni, 1 point. 53 laps to go. And our 3 leaders at the front are the field. The point totals with 2 of 5 sprints completed. First place, 87 NGCA Primal, 7 points. Second place, 83 Stages, 6 points. Third place, 78 Ironfly, 5 points. Fourth place, 89 I Campioni, 3 points. Fifth place, 85 Finney Keystone, 1 point. Other teams with 0 points or lower. 51 laps to go. It'll be sprint next time as the field comes through. Here come your lead 3 teams heading into 50 laps to go. The next sprint will be at 40 to go. So 87, 78, 83 at the front. That is the largest group of the field. Going down the back straight now, red, blue, and blue. Other teams are down a lap. 48 laps to go, 2 kilometers and 8 laps until the third of the 5 sprints. "47 laps to go." Coming up on 45 laps to go. Field coming up on the home straight, 44 laps to go. 1 kilometer to go for points. Three laps, 750 meters to go for points. And an attack from Stages with 2 laps, 500 meters to go for points. Got Team 87 with them. That's NGCA Primal, your leaders, Emil Abraham and Brett Walker. Here comes Stages coming in hot with Bell and 1 to go. 83 red in there. That is Pat Warner. So in the third sprint, 3, 7, 8, and 8. So looked like Stages got that over NGCA Primal. That was a 38-mile-an-hour sprint. '81 has been asked to withdraw. '81 has been asked to withdraw. 38 laps to go. 2 more sprints at 20 and 0 to go. Double points on the final sprint, 10, 6, 4, and 2. And an attack from Jason Meinhof of Ironfly. So your point totals with 3 of 5 sprints completed. First place, 87, NGCA Primal, 7 points. Okay, it hasn't been updated yet for the third sprint, never mind. Third sprint, 83 Stages picked up 5, 87 NGCA Primal picked up 3, 78 Ironfly picked up 2. 35 laps to go. And 88 Chamois Butter with a point. Believe they were eligible, being a lap down. 34 to go. .33 laps to go. There will be a title belt awarded to the winners of this event. 32 laps to go, 8 kilometers remaining in the race, and 1K to go until the next sprint. Here comes your field, 31 laps to go. Three teams on even laps. At the front of the field, 30 laps to go. Ironfly, Stages, and NGCA Primal. So your point totals with 3 of 5 sprints completed. First place, 83, Stages, 11 points. Second place, 87, NGCA Primal, 10 points. Third place, 78, Ironfly, 7 points. Fourth place, 89, I Campioni, 3 points. Fifth place, 85, Finney Keystone, 1 point. Sixth place, 82, Single Male Flyers, 0 points. Chamois Butter at -19. 28 laps to go, 7 kilometers remaining in the race. Here comes the field through the start-finish line, 27 laps to go. Phillips throws in Meidhoff. 25 laps to go. Next sprint, 4 laps from now, 1K to go until the penultimate sprint, 6 kilometers remaining in the race as Jason Meinhof pushes the pace. Field currently going 31 miles an hour. Always best to pass over in exchange. And an attack from Stages. 83 Black, Benjamin Sharp kicking up the pace. Got NGCA Primal with him. There's the bell, 1 to go for points. Stages down the back straight. Riders down a lap, and it's going to be Stages, NGCA, Ironfly, and I think 4. And Team 84 picking up points. Liquid Kenmore. Get you that officially momentarily. 19 laps to go. So our lead 3 teams have caught 2 of the teams that were off the back with 8. $17 laps to go. 4 of 5 sprints completed. In that last sprint was Stages picking up the big 5. The point totals with 4 of 5 sprints completed. First place, 83 Stages, 16 points. Second place, 87 NGCA Primal with 3 points. Third place, 87 Ironfly with 9 points. Fourth place, I Campione with -17. And fifth place, 85 Finney Keystone with -19, tied with Chamois Butter, 88 with -19. So the last sprint will be crucial with double points, 10, 6, 4, and 2, as only 3 points separate Stages in NGCA Primal, and only 4 points separate NGCA Primal and Ironfly. Four-point bonus for winning the last sprint, 2 points bonus for getting second instead of third place, and a 2-point bonus for getting third over fourth in the final sprint, 10, 6, 4, and 2. "12 laps to go, 3 kilometers remaining in the race. The last time they came around, the riders will now see 11 to go, 11 to go. Cattell in for Finney Keystone. 9 laps to go. Calm before the storm. And Phillips goes on the attack. They were already at 28 miles an hour. Phillips has Team 89 with him. I Campione, one of the teams down laps and points. 6 laps to go. Meidhoff trying to put distance between himself and Stages. Five laps to go. Meidhoff throws in Phillips. Stages goes on the attack, 4 laps to go. Stages currently leading with 16 points. 3 laps, 750 meters to go. Stages already at 37 miles an hour. Stages with 2 laps to go, 36 miles an hour. Here they come into the bell laps. Stages, Ironfly, NGCA Primal. And Stages is going to be the winner. Stages, Benjamin Sharp and Pat Warner, winners of the Chris Reed Memorial Madison. Get you the final sprint and the final point totals here momentarily. Those of us in Los Angeles would like to thank all the racers. In the Chris Reed Memorial Madison. So in the final sprint, it was 83 Stages with 10 points, NGCA Primal with 6 points, and Ironfly with 4 points. 85 Finney Keystone was awarded 2 points. And so your top 3. stages, NGCA Primal, and Ironfly. And there are the final results. Stages, first place, 26 points. Team 87 NGCA Primal, 19 points. Third place, 78 Ironfly, 13 points. Coming up next, ride number 2 in the bronze medal heat of the final round of the women's 35 to 44 sprint. In ride number 2, Lindsay Hamilton in the purple will be riding on the outside, and Jennifer Wagner, rider number 782, will be riding on the inside. Wagner took the first ride. She wins again. She is the bronze medalist on the podium this year. Sorry, if Wagner wins it, she's on the podium. Hamilton wins it, she sends it to a decider. So Wagner in front in the white, Hamilton behind in the purple. Wagner won the first ride, wins it again, she wins the bronze medal. Two laps to go. Wagner in front, Hamilton behind. Wagner hits the 200-meter line first. Hamilton with the kick and the longer way to come around, coming down to the line. And Wagner takes it in 2. She is your bronze medalist. In ride number 2 of the heat for the gold medal in the final round of the women's 35 to 44 sprint, McKinnon is starting from the inside, multicolored sleeves. Van Herrickhuizen behind her in the red with the black helmet. McKinnon won the first ride. She wins this one, she becomes world champion. If Van Herikhuizen wins, she sends it to a decider and she has a chance for the world championships. Coming into the bell, it's Van Herikhuizen in the front, McKinnon behind. And coming down the line over the top, McKinnon takes it into world champion, Canada. Congratulations to Rachel McKinnon. Coming up on the line right now, ride number 2 of the heat for bronze in the final round of the women's 45 to 54 sprint. Starting from the inside, Adriana Del Valle Perino of Argentina, and on the outside in the black and dark blue, Cami Cornley of the United States of America. Perino of Argentina in the white and blue. Perino took the first ride. She wins the second ride. She is the bronze medalist. Cornley wins. It goes to a third ride decider in the best of 3 series. And she could end up the bronze medalist. 2 laps to go. Cami Cornley on the inside and now at the front with 1 to go. Cornley hits the 200-meter line first. Perino on the outside, longer way to come around as she comes down to the line. It's going to come right to the line. It's going to be Perino taking it in 2. Cornley, 4th place. Coming up next, ride number 2 in the heat for gold in the final round of the women's 45 to 54 sprint. Starting on the inside position will be rider 718, Catherine Hooton, in the white, green, and yellow of Australia. On the outside, in the dark blue, Kira Maximovich of the United States of America, rider 724. Maximovich with the white helmet. Maximovich won the first ride. Hooton needs to win this second ride if she wants to have a chance at the World Championship. And it's Hooton at the front, hits the 200-meter line first. Maximovich behind. Side by side, racing through the turn, now heading for home. And it's Maximovich, repeating as world champion. Hooton the silver. Coming up to the line right now, ride number 2 in the bronze medal heat in the final round for the women's 55+ sprint. Starting from the inside position, Deborah Coles of Australia, and on the outside, Lise Benjamin of Australia. Benjamin in the blue, Coles in the white, green, and yellow. Coles with the white helmet, Benjamin with the black helmet. Lise Benjamin took the first ride. Lise Benjamin hits the 200-meter line first. Benjamin takes it in 2. She is the bronze medalist in the 2018 Masters Track Cycling World Championships for women 55+ in the sprint. Coming up next, ride number 2 in the gold medal heat in the final round of the women's 55+ sprint. Coming up to the line, starting from the outside position, Mary Beth Pierre-Antoni of the USA. Her opponent on the inside will be rider number 670, Anna Witten of Australia. Witten in the white, Pierre Antoni in the blue. Pierre Antoni won the first ride. Wins this second ride, she becomes world champion. Witten wins it, she sends it to a decider, and a chance to defend her title in the women's 55 sprint. Witten in front, Pierre Antoni behind. Coming into the bell lap, it's Witten in front, Pierre Antoni behind. Witten hits the 200-meter line first. And Witten takes the second ride, sends it to a decider. So we will have a brief technical hold here. Okay, I have been informed that we will now go to awards. We are going to go to awards for the women's 35 to 44 sprint, the 45 to 54 sprint, and the Madison. We will pick up the third ride decider in the gold medal heat for the women's 55 sprint immediately following that. So once again, we are now going to go to awards for the women's 35 to 44 sprint, 45 to 54 sprint, and the Madison. So we will need women 35 to 44 sprint, Wagner, Van Herikhuizen, and McKinnon. 45 to 54, Perino, Hooten, and Maximovich. And Madison, Phillips, Meidhoff, Abraham, Walker, Sharp, and Warner to the awards area.
Come and visit. I raced here one time. I raced at the Nationals there one time. Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm going to contribute to just the ride. No. I have a track 400 miles from my house. No, 250 miles from my house. 4 hours driving. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony of the UCI Masters Track Cycling World Championships in Los Angeles. The award ceremony of the women's 35 to 44 sprint. In third place, Jennifer Wagner of the United States of America. Medals presented by Travis Smith of the VELO Sports Center. In second place, Caroline van Herikhuizen of the Netherlands. In first place, the winner of the women's 35 to 44 sprint, Rachel McKinnon of Canada. Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of Canada. Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony of the UCI Masters Track Cycling World Championships in Los Angeles, the awards ceremony of the women's 45 to 54 sprint. In third place, Adriana de Valle Perino of Argentina. In second place, Catherine Hooton of Australia. In first place, the winner of the women's 45 to 54 sprint, Kira Maximovich of the United States of America. Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of the United States of America. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the award ceremony of the non-championship Chris Reed Memorial Madison. In third place, Ironfly, Kevin Phillips, and Jason Meidhoff of the United States. Medals presented by Holly Reed. Oops, not yet. Okay, the award. Okay, the championship. All right, second place, NGCA Primal, Emil Abraham and Brett Walker. And in first place, the winners of the Chris Reed Memorial Madison, Holly Reed, Chris Reed's mother, to present the title belts. Stages, Benjamin Sharp and Pat Warner. Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of the United States of America. And our final race of the evening will be the decider, the third and final race for gold in the World Championship for the women 55 plus in the sprint between riders 670 Anna Witten of Australia and 667 Mary Beth Pierantoni of the United States of America. So we should have Witten and Pierantoni in the ready area. So in this third and final ride decider, rider number 670, Anna Whitten of Australia in the white will start from the inside position. Her opponent, 667, Mary Beth Pierantoni of the United States, will start in the outside position. Pierantoni in the blue, coming up to the line now. Held by Andy Lakatosh. Whitten in front, Pierantoni behind. Each rider has won one race, one ride in this pairing. And it's the bell. Whitten hits the 200-meter line first. And Whitten repeats as world champion. Pierantoni the silver. We will now go to the awards for the women's 55+ sprint.
Thank you.
Feliz here?
So we will be finishing with the awards for the women's 55 sprint. Lise Benjamin, Mary Beth Pierantoni, and Anna Witten to the awards area. Just follow Tom. Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony of the UCI Masters Track Cycling World Championships in Los Angeles. The awards ceremony of the women's 55-plus sprint. In third place, Lise Benjamin of Australia. Medals presented by Travis Smith of the VELO Sports Center. In second place, Mary Beth Pierantoni of the United States of America. In first place, the winner of the women's 55-plus sprint, Anna Witten of Australia. Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of Australia. And that concludes our awards ceremony and our 15th and final session of the UCI 2018 Masters Track Cycling World Championships here in Los Angeles, California. We thank you for joining us in person or online. We look forward to you at future races here at the VELO Sports Center.